Welcome to our finally Hat Club Hockey Preview Orama, whatever the hell we're going with.
NHL season preview with a little bit of Hat Club Hockey League sprinkled in.
So
a little bit. Ron's got most of them here.
I'm Spidey J18. I'm joined by TJ, North Shore Fitteds, and Jeff's coming back here at Professor Hatter 57. Did I nail it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we got plenty to talk about today. You know, the NHL season is definitely coming up strong, and we wanted to hash this out.
John showed off his NHL caps when we were on with Ryan from Noble North, but I didn't show off mine. I've got all mine beside me right here.
So let's go around the horn. TJ, tell me what you're wearing jersey-wise. Pull out the combo wombo, and then
Bruins Two-Tone.
Yep.
I believe authentic, and I got our cap for now. But one of my favorite caps to rock with this jersey is this Uncommon Goods Hat Club Hockey League original one, green button.
Yeah.
Gold button.
That was definitely one I wanted to bring to the Commons because I forgot about the Commons, and I was like, wait a second. And definitely,
you know where those fountains were? That's where those skating in the wintertime.
And Jeff, what are you wearing?
I got a little crossover here. I got Blackhawks. I got a Jonathan Toews captain jersey, a Reebok one before they went to the Adidas branding. I usually go with blank jerseys as much as I can. I have PTSD from when I was in 7th grade. I wanted a Mark DeRosa jersey, Cubs player, and I got his player T-shirt for Christmas. And before my mom was like, "You sure you want him?" I'm like, "Yeah, he's a great player. I love him second base, and he's awesome. Let's go." And okay, so I got that. And about a week after I got the shirt, he got traded. So ever since, I best I can, I get a blank jersey. Now Toews is a staple for the Blackhawks for sure, not going anywhere. I thought that was the case for Rizzo and Bryant, but but I also have a blank Vegas Golden Knights jersey on the side. I'll probably change into later. And the hat, as we're recording right now, the Chicago Sky WNBA just advanced to their second WNBA finals, so wanted to wear that hat, show some hat diversity. Right. And I'll change into a different hat later, but wanted to do that shout out first.
Okay.
They're pulling Scherzer from the Dodgers game.
Yeah, I got it on live just like you do. So yes, we are watching the NL wildcard game. But
he lasted more than 3 innings.
Yeah, he lasted longer than Cole.
94 pitches.
They're not paying Scherzer $35 million a year.
So I am wearing the goat head with they call this a royal or something thread because it's like dotted with the OG, the goat.
That looks awfully like that Bison's logo. Would it be in the sword through it?
And that's actually on the back of my hat too.
No, but you know what I'm talking about? It's not like our Saber, I should say, because they're the Sabres.
We're the only team, city, that has every single sports team named after something Buffalo-y. It's, you got the Bisons, the Bills, the Sabres, and then we had the Blizzard. And the Bandits don't really have anything to do with it, but the Bandits can link with the Bills because, the whole Buffalo Bills cowboy thing. That theme could be there. And then it's just, I don't know. I love this logo. I was so glad when they announced 50 years of the team. And then, does anybody know what the Roman numeral for 50 is?
It's an L.
50 years of it.
I remember.
Hey, the Sabres have one thing to look forward to this year. They'll be the first NHL team to finish 32nd.
I served that to you on a T-ball platter. I've been saying that for weeks. Like they post the score of their game, and I
some of my hometown NHL fitteds. So like the Whalers, they're like not too far away when they were in Hartford. So I've been wanting to get a couple Whalers hats. This is the only one I've been able to find in my size. The Hartford with the pen, I think they're calling the pen thing, or what do you call it?
Yeah,
Banner.
this one.
oh, that's
Pennant.
text.
That one's nice. The 47 brand. That's the one
Oh
I
yeah,
want.
clean up.
Yeah, that's the one I want to try to find on the fitted.
I almost got this in a fit, or I almost got a Whalers authentic fitted hat. I remember it was, I think February or March of this year that I was at work actually on my iPad, and I was on eBay trying to bid for it, and I was like trying to like answer the customers' questions about computer stuff, and they're asking questions, and I missed out, and I'm like, they're like, you okay? I'm like, yeah, just this one computer is not in stock anymore, I guess. They distracted me. I didn't win.
Right? Been this
Well, I like it. I have a couple of these ones because these were one of the last series they put out for NHL caps before when the New Era lost license. So these pop up, these style of caps. The pennant style. That's what it's called, pennant.
Pennant, yeah.
I couldn't think of the word. I like the Whalers logo on this one. I just wish it wasn't white because I'm afraid to wear this one.
Brind'Amour stayed in Carolina though. He was like the last remaining Whaler in the league for the longest time, Brind'Amour.
Well, the Whalers theme night. I have that theme night cap. I should have brought that out.
Yeah, the only team that really pays tribute to him anymore is the Hartford Yard Goats, the AA for the Rockies. So now you can be a mountain, and then you have your little goat.
As far as Bruins caps, these were hard to find. Anything Bruins New Era, because when New Era lost the license, the Bruins stopped making fitted. They don't have any fitteds at their stadium from New Era.
I know that I've been on a search myself for all 31 NHL teams, New Era 5950 fitted, and I started the whole journey after New Era lost the license. So it's been, I know for a lot of like standard hat collectors, like they want to collect every on-field MLB hat, but that's too easy to do. It's a lot more difficult finding the NHL New Era 5950 hats now because you can only really find them through eBay, through some third-party stores, and maybe if you're lucky, you get to go to a stadium or know someone there. I've contacted some of the stadium stores, but recently because of COVID, a lot of those stores are closed.
Yeah. I was gonna check. I'm going to the opening night of the Bruins this week, next weekend. Not this coming weekend, but the weekend after. I'm going to the opening night against the Stars at the Garden, and I was gonna check and see if they might have fitted. Once they've renovated the Pro Shop, they got rid of their New Era display. So,
yeah.
But this one's cool. It's like a gradient colorway, two-tone, that gold, grid, gray. Yeah, the standard black one. That one's easy to come by. It's the other colored ones. That one
two-tone.
Ooh. Yeah.
I would kind of want the two-tone.
I got this one too. This one I like a lot with that.
Nice.
And it's got the old school NHL with the stars.
See that? Like, I'm really picky when I look for the NHL hats. Like this would be ideal where it has the logo on the front. It's the team's primary colors. It has the NHL shield on the back. It has the official tag on the inside, and it's a gray bottom. Now, there are some hats where it's like, well, it'd be a little hard otherwise because this Lightning one, it has Lightning word mark on the back. On the bottom, it's blue, just like the rest of the hat is. And it does not have the NHL tag on the inside. So, like, it's almost like a genuine merchandise. Like, if you think of like baseball hats, this would be considered like genuine merchandise.
This was
like on field or on ice, authentic.
This one says officially licensed product. Right here, I have the official licensed product, Jeff.
Yeah.
But speaking
this one,
of the champs,
this one's old school too. This is This one's probably my favorite Bruins hat, Jeff, that I have for a new era.
I'm gonna need a little light for this one because
It's got that 90 patch on it. Yeah, that's when you went down to Tampa, right? After
Yeah.
they won.
this is part of the Jeff.
They didn't have my size.
Interesting.
It's part of that blackout jersey. It's got that gradient.
Oh, nice.
This
So-
one's probably my favorite. Angelo picked this up at
I bought a half, but I really like this. Nice hat. You can't even tell what I'm wearing now.
No.
Blacked out.
Blacked.
No, but this
out.
one's really cool. This is that
That's a
90,
good patch.
this is that 90 patch they wore for the 90th anniversary of the Bruins.
Nice.
This is old school. This is from 2014. I had to size up because that's the only thing I could find. It was a 3/4.
The
Yeah.
Cardinals just got somebody on third. Joey just texted me, J Trouble 22. He said, hopefully TJ will rep the Cardinals a little bit. And I was like, fuck that. I got all my Dodgers hats out just for the
I
occasion.
think he wants me to rock the opposite because I rocked New York and then they lost.
Yep.
I just want both teams to lose.
Yeah,
was
is there a way we can re-roll?
I mean, the Cardinals have a good storyline. At least they're not a huge payroll.
Yeah. They had a
They
good
to
trade
win-
though with Arenado.
Yeah, but then they had to win out to go to get to the playoffs. They made that historic run. They currently hold the streak for Cardinals teams. The
Yeah.
most streak for 1 games in a row. So it's like they're a historic team. Jeff will like this one. Just the standard on field Blackhawks alternate logo.
I got Bonechkin behind me here.
Ta-da!
Link.
Twinning.
It seems like there's a lot of Blackhawks hats for new era NHL. That's the easiest team to seem to find. I think it's just because they were so good when they knew had the license.
Bring, 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 bring.
Nice.
Literally, we have all 3 of us have this hat.
$5 bin, baby. Both of them.
Nice.
What was it? I want to show up the original 6. So this is the Blackhawks. This was my first goal when I started doing the NHL caps. It was just the original 6. And I'm like, I want any team I can find. And now I'm down the rabbit hole. Where it's NHL cap my size, I usually buy it. The Leafs. The Maple Leafs with the vintage logo. It's okay because Boston owns them every year.
The only thing you got for me is I'll take it for Timmy Hose.
Yeah, me and I was gonna say with Toronto. Boston's owned Toronto since 2013.
They've owned them for a long time. The Leafs don't have a modern day cup since the NHL was formed.
67. My dad was 5 years old.
That's not considered like a full league though.
No, it's just funny. No, it's just funny to think
With
about.
28, even 28 teams up until the Wild and the Blue Jackets come into the league. The Leafs, they would like not as much as the Wings. Now the Wings made the playoffs until I was 26, I think. And
Yeah,
I'm turning 29 this year, so they've made it every frigging year I've been alive. That's impressive. That is a streak.
Speaking of Red Wings,
Now,
Yeah, that's one team I
my
need.
flurry is hanging.
Huh?
I'm gonna throw that flurry on because I have a double combo to go with.
yeah, I do want to get a Red Wings hat. I really do. Like, not a Red Wings hat, a Red Wings jersey. But I want Cronwall, and no one wants to sell the Cronwall jerseys.
I have my own. Seeing John with his green Blackhawks hat. I have one. My uncle went to a St. Patrick's Day themed game a few years ago, and his birthday is on St. Patrick's Day. So the game was before St. Patrick's Day. And when I got to his house for the party, before he even said hi, he just threw me this hat. He's like, "Here, free hat." I'm like, "Okay." So I have a fedora hat.
That one's cool. The giveaway. Oh, inaugural season. That one's nice.
Nice.
That's a Fleury, right?
Yeah.
Marc-Andre Fleury.
Now, this is a Knights hat. Yes, new era. Crosswords on the back. And that kind of segues us into, this is the perfect crossover for this one. Dionyx Vegas sign.
That one was nice.
It was called the Volts. The Volts.
Yeah, I like the showmanship the Knights bring to the table. I'm real excited to see a new market team do so well in their market. It's interesting what the Kraken can do to make
Can you
themselves
see the marking in my sleeve?
Yeah. Indentation.
Yeah.
What's that from?
That's supposed to be like it's more of an. It's supposed to be like an armor piece.
I wonder if the Knights are going to clearance out the Fleury jerseys, or if it already has happened. The Knights have a lot of Fleury jerseys at their pro shop. I wonder if they're clearancing them out.
It says something in the collar. It's pretty cool. It's one of the first where you get like that hybrid collar where it stops about here.
It was their inaugural season where that shooting happened too, right? And they paid homage to that.
Yeah.
And then
I was just gonna say, because that was a big night that they, the whole city was excited. At the time, one of my friends, she was from Vegas and she went to school in Chicago, and the whole city was excited for a professional team. They had the minor league team of the 51s that are now the Aviators, but they've had minor league baseball and some other like appearances of like the NBA All-Star game happen there, but never like their own professional team. So it was exciting for them to have a team, but then with the October 1st shooting of 58 people dying, it was a huge black curtain over the inaugural game. So, and the way that they handled that, they presented, honoring those who died and the first responders, very moving. And I think it was Derek England, was either him or Marcia was from Vegas, or had lived in Vegas. So he kind of took the mic and kind of, in his own way, say like, this is our city, this is our team now, and we're behind you.
Yeah, a lot how the Red Sox.
Yeah, that was the whole Vegas strong.
I liked how they got all the old celebrities involved too, like all the Vegas celebrities, like rolling the goal horn before the game.
The longer I sit here, the more I notice about this. Like, this star looks a lot like this, and I'm just kind of like staring at it, like, oh, that's really impressive.
You're slept on. There are a lot of
Vegas.
Really
the Vegas Golden Knights retired the number 58 in honor for the shooting.
That was how many people got hurt or shot and died.
That was in late March, early April of the first season, and it was kind of unprecedented that an expansion team would do that, or any team would do that early, or do that kind of for that situation. So
I didn't know that.
Nice organization.
John had a discussion about Marc-Andre Fleury possibly being the first number being retired, for a player number being retired by the Vegas Knights.
That for sure will happen.
I can see that happening too. Do they do it though before the Pittsburgh does it?
Now, for me being a Golden Knights fan, this is pretty, I guess, ironic, or however you want to say it. So I became a Golden Knights fan because my friend who I mentioned before, she was from Vegas. We started dating after I graduated in December of 2017, and that's when they became a team. So I, being a nice boyfriend, I'm, like, I was interested, like, how is it going to work out? But I became a fan, and it was in November of 2018, she found someone else and cut things off. We broke up, and I stuck with the team. They're such a cool team. All the guys, the kind of tags almost.
The cool thing with them was that they were like a surprise team. They came out of nowhere.
Everybody
thought they were gonna be terrible. All the picks they made, they were laughing. They were laughing at them, going, they're gonna be Terrible.
I'm not screwing with you, Jeff. I was just trying to make light of the mood. You said she found somebody else. So I was like, woo.
Oh yeah, no, it was.
And
Yeah,
we
it
did
was.
a little jaunty dance off screen there.
So Jeff, on a lighter note, these are the two Knights caps I have.
I have the one with the spider web looking like frost on the front, but
I got the
this was
two-tone
too
gray
perfect
one,
to not talk
And then
about.
this one's my favorite one. It's got that gold brim, that metallic gold brim.
I really, if I lived in Vegas, I couldn't think of a better hat to rock to a game. I mean, it's so,
I will.
I want to continue on with the original 6. I know we got sidetracked with the Knights, but
well, yeah, get going there because I'm gonna switch again.
I will say, wrapping up with Vegas, like all the other stuff with Vegas, I've cut off. So the only thing I like about Vegas is the Golden Knights and the Aces, the WNBA team there. Otherwise, screw the rest of Vegas. I hate,
You don't like
hate the rest
Raiders?
of Vegas. Nope. I mean, I'm a Broncos fan, so automatically I hate the Raiders.
You're not a
If
Bears
the
fan?
if the Oakland A's move to Vegas, then I will hate them. You know, screw the rest of Vegas, except for the Vegas Golden Knights. There are only 2 times or 2 situations I don't root for the Vegas Golden Knights. Is on November 1st or the day or the game close to November 1st when everything broke apart and she gave me that kind of like carbon copy text of like, hey, you know, I found someone else. Let's still be friends and get coffee later on. It's like, how shallow was that? And the other time I don't root for the Golden Knights is when they play the Blackhawks. And anytime they play the Blackhawks, I want the Blackhawks to win at least 10-0. It hasn't happened yet, but those are the 2 occasions I don't root for the Golden Knights.
So I'm starting with the original and continuing on to the original 6. I got the Bruins Two-Tone here, classic. This is like my favorite, one of the favorite Bruins colorways, like Two-Tone. Was classic, Boston.
The only hat I can do with this Penguins jersey is the Commons.
That one works. I got a perfect one for that hat. I actually got a perfect one for that. But we'll go to that in a minute. I want to finish the original 6.
I know. I
was proud of getting.
I'm thinking out loud. Sorry.
I was proud of getting all these. Like I have this Rangers. Good one. I want to get a Gretzky jersey to go with this.
That's the one to get. And
then the Bruins arch nemesis. You can't wear this hat around here. All the older folks around here, they hate you when they wear this because 27 cup or how many cups do they have?
23.
It's more. It's MJ 23, baby.
It's funny because they were the last Canadian team to win the cup, and they were the last Canadian team to appear in the cup. No,
he's in prime Yankee hater mode with the number 27.
Hey, it just gives me 27 reasons why they're sitting at home.
How many did they have again? Oh yeah.
No, it's every Yankee fan's excuse. The first thing they say, 27 rings.
So when you get a Adidas authentic breakaway jersey,
that Maple Leafs is nice. I like that Maple Leafs, man.
This one is okay. I wish like it would be like a white leaf and blue lettering because otherwise it just blends in with each other. So it's like
I got the retro one. I have the retro one.
This one was a cool mystery hat I got from 47 brand. This Bruins one from like the 1932 or 36.
I think that's a winter classic.
This one's like oatmeal colored and brown.
No, I think it's a winter classic one though, like a winter classic hat.
No, it probably was inspired for a winter classic hat, but this one is just a plain cleanup. So doesn't have any other.
I had to get this one from Just Fitted. I posted in TF about it, and one of the guys from Just Fitted had some in his store, so he hooked me up.
This one's I
can't pronounce his last name. Ooh, that was nice.
Winter classic. Now the Blackhawks.
Dip into my hockey expertise to talk about last names, probably.
Blackhawks are pretty much banned from any outdoor games in the future because we've appeared in like 7 outdoor games, but we've only won 1. It's pathetic.
The Bruins
were in one.
Bruins were on Lake Placid last year against the Flyers.
We're gonna be in the Heritage Classic this year, so that'll be a fucking laughing stock.
It'll be, how can you embarrass us today?
The reason I'm going through all my combos is because I want to get to a whole different slate of jokes where I'm pretty much aiming at myself.
I've got a couple hockey jerseys behind me. I'm ready to show, but I want to
This one's
keep
a
going with
special.
what we're going on. Oh, that one's nice.
Oh yeah, I got that one. I think. Yeah,
I don't have that one. I have the blue one.
I have the blue one, but not the black one.
Snapback, but this one is really cool.
Yeah. So Jeff, here's all my Blackhawks hats. Other than that, alternate one.
Nice.
How many more OG6 you got?
That's it. Oh, I got more, but they're like mixed in with all the other ones. I just got like the original 6 to start off.
one was
Because
a
we're
cool
talking about the original
fitted
6
one.
franchises. Ooh, I like that throwback logo. Is that from like the 30s?
This one has like a wet cardboard brim, but
And it's gone.
it's the
That
vintage hockey.
they wore that in that all black with all the stripes down the.
Yeah, the 36 uniform, I think, or something like that. Like a 30s uniform.
It's a 30s uniform, but they just wore that again in one of
I like
the
this.
All-Star games.
This is the most recent Blackhawks purchase. Was this one? It's like a fall colorway with that orange. Like it's kind of like a reddish orange.
Nice.
I love this one. This one, I don't know where it came from.
eBay. I sent it to
No, I
you.
got it off eBay, but
I definitely
I
sent
want
it to you.
I want to see who originally made it.
Hmm.
Like it had to be one of those Chicago shops because it's like a custom colorway with that bronze.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Yeah,
You don't think that's cool with the camo?
that's very Chicago.
Eee.
Oh yeah.
Oh. This was part of that other eBay lot. I love that Indian head logo.
Yeah, well, I talked to Carlos Olivius, and we're gonna definitely be having on. I don't want to butcher his name because I've talked to so many. Fitted Fanatic.
So I got
That
the
is-
broccoli one. This is from a New York shop, and then I got this one from Grandstand.
Yeah, I've seen that. That light blue one at my There's a place called Sports Outlet Express that also carries that hat, and they're a nice little Polish-owned family shop, and they've been slowly converting to online. That they're going to close the store down, the physical store. Was supposed to be in September, but by the end of the year they'll close the
They got
brick and
they got
mortar
jerseys and
store.
stuff too?
Hmm?
They have jerseys and stuff too.
Yeah, not a whole lot of selection. They used to have a lot of jerseys and some Golden Knight stuff too, but not a whole lot anymore.
You'll have to drop me the link. I like supporting small businesses. So
Oh yeah.
Jeff, do you have
That's
any more
fantastic.
jerseys near you for the sake of this, or no?
I've got a couple.
I don't really have much to say about the Penguins, except that I can say the same thing about the Bruins. Is my buddy Lee Stempniak played? He grew up like 3 streets away from me, and obviously he's like 6 or 7 years older than me, and every time he got traded to one of these hot teams like Pittsburgh, Boston, I think New Jersey was one of them as well, and they always told us if the cup came home to Buffalo that we would be at the party. But every time he got traded to one of those contenders and they got knocked out in like the conference final.
Yeah, I got this one. John, this is the perfect one for that jersey. This banner.
I've been looking at one like that, but I like the reason I have Penguins gear though is because they won the cup the year I was born. So it's very sentimental to me.
Yager and all them with the mullet.
It doesn't matter that I'm wearing the Crosby because it's the whole fit of the jersey. And the other thing you'll notice on Authentics, but this is a Faco, is they always have this button.
Oh yeah.
And there's a tag on the inside here that it has like one of those holographic tags that once you cut it and you can actually verify the jersey. But
Yeah,
I really want it to be like, I'll get it.
I do like this Pittsburgh one though.
My brother said I got the wrong Penguins hat because this one has the gold in the triangle and not the yellow like you have in yours there. So he's way more of a hockey fanatic than I am. But yeah, he would say that yours is more authentic, more true. Another Golden Knights one I found. This one came straight from the team store. It's like gold plated. It's like a shiny plastic front.
Hall.
It's like a heavy hat.
Here it comes.
John's familiar with Taylor Hall.
I'm also familiar with my first Boston hat that I had to get because of Taylor Hall.
So I wanted Taylor Hall Bruins jersey, but they're charging an arm and a leg for them. So I got the Devils one for cheap in a group. It was only $55. Authentic, huh?
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Well, I'm going to show you the only untradeable, truly untradeable player you can have.
Save it to you.
Nice. That's awesome.
Authentic. This is the jams right here. Fight strap and all. So you know if you ever get in a fight wearing a Sabretooth jersey, you saw it here first.
The mascots, that would be kind of fun to see the mascots go at it in a hockey fight, like a jokey hockey fight.
We used to get that a lot at the University of Buffalo when our football team was pretty good a couple times with Turner Gill. And I've seen Victory Bull go against the Golden Knight from UCF and the Marshall Bison and a couple of crazy other matchups.
I've got some cool connections with the Devils, though. So my first modern NHL game when I got back into hockey was against the Devils. It was the Bruins. It was Marchand's 666th career game. And he scored his 666th career point in that game. And he was the first one to score in 30 seconds into that game. And then they were just hitting each other. And the BU hockey team was in the luxury box. We had suite tickets. So we were like below luxury boxes. And that was the first time I ever seen a luxury box get ejected. And yeah, it was kind of crazy. They were throwing stuff at these Devils fans down below because they were all drunk. They were whipping stuff. I'd never seen so many security guards come out of nowhere.
I like having the paw print right here, though.
And another a person I grew up playing sports with, it was a couple years older than me, Miles Wood, is a left winger for the Devils. And that was his first career game in Boston. And we didn't even know it. We said, and they were announcing the starting lineups. They said Miles Wood from Manchester, Massachusetts.
That's fire.
And we were like, whoa, what? We were like, he actually made it up? Because we thought he was in AHL.
I'm actually going to wear the Goon Con for this.
I got this fire cap here with the side patch.
Nice.
Patch.
Christmas colors. That's a nice hat to get.
Yeah, I love the green in this. It doesn't come off on camera here, but it's like a fire hat. The Devils. I've got another Devils hat on. It's a Kevin Smith one. It says Devils Legion on it. And it's got he wore it in the Clerks movie.
Yeah.
So,
by the way, it should actually be here tomorrow, hopefully.
Let's get these Hat Club Hockey Leagues out the way here. So the Commons is by Hillside Goods, which I think you can rock with just about any team that has black and gold in the logo. It's very classic, nice green under. I left the tags on here so I know who all the designers and what they are. This is the Dionic Bagel Toast. And that's actually an order in the city. It's just an acronym, and you're like, let me get and you can just raffle it off, and they already know what to come in with.
Yeah, like a bacon, egg, and cheese. Or
Yeah. It's one of them. Yeah. So this is the only Devils I have from Thrills SF.
That one's nice. I like that.
Reminds me of like the Flames colorway, but I think there's another one similar to. This is the Sean McCarthy's Blue Jacket Soldiers.
Yeah, the Union Soldier.
Really big fan of this. Nice blue under.
I wonder if they're going to go away from the cannon because of what happened to their goaltender last year.
Ooh, yeah. Now that you mentioned
that's not funny. I don't know why I'm laughing.
It's funny here. It's just when they score a goal, they shoot a cannon off.
This is one of my favorites. Just like the
it's supposed to be like a Civil War cannon. I'm not
Vegas.
just saying.
Yeah.
Just like the Vegas. This is
Park.
Ink Parks. Yeah, I was like, I recognize it because I have his Casey hat behind me. It might have fallen.
I like that one with the cigar in his mouth.
Got that stogie just chilling. Avalanche colors. Really,
I do love the Devils logo.
I'm really excited to finally just get to talk about these for a couple of minutes. This one is by Foozer, and it is the Vice Blue.
Ooh,
Nice.
that one's real. It's Florida
Yeah. Foozer Sports Vice Blue. Nice.
Panthers. Or it would just be any Florida team. So
It looks like almost looks like a loon, which would make sense to hockey world, because in Canada you can get $1 coin and it's called a loonie.
Looney.
So this does make sense. If that is in fact a loon, that does make sense. I see you're confused.
My dad always said that Canadians use Monopoly money. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's why we call them loonies.
Well, John actually gets to see the Canadian money because he's right across the border.
And then they
Oh,
have this.
Canadian.
Then they have one. It's a slightly larger than a quarter, and it's got like a bronze, like a penny in it, and that one's called a toonie. That's $2 though. It's
I have a question. Do they take them? Let's say a bunch of Canadian fans come down to the
yeah, they
Buffalo,
take it.
the Buffalo City. They take the Canadian money.
Yeah, it'll say exchange rate already intact.
Sign. That's cool.
But we already have COVID protocol still going, so it's no cash.
Makes sense.
Yeah, the Bruins are carding everybody with vaccine cards, so that's gonna be interesting to see how to get in the stadium. I'm gonna
You
get to the
recognize this one?
3
The 3.
Trash Pandas.
I know it's the Trash Pandas. Don't recognize the 3.
For which city?
Houston.
I don't know
No,
if he
they
chose Houston or not. I
Because the
don't.
only thing that comes to mind, I think, is I don't know if Rocket Richard is number 3 or 4. That's the only thing I can think of with 3. But I mean, granted, it might make sense because the Maple Leafs are a trash franchise, so it might make a connection or two.
This I know is
I
Dankadelic.
mean, anytime you get beaten by a Zamboni driver,
This is the Philadelphia
Philly.
Turtles.
that's by Danek.
Dank.
Dalek.
Dank. Yeah.
Dank.
Dankadelic.
I have that one somewhere. I couldn't find it. The other one that got me to get it because you said the city skylines and the turtle.
These are the 3-2 Bluesmen.
He's wearing that one.
Oh, yeah. Makes a lot of sense. We're the Chicago Blues, Blue House of Blues, and a lot of music history.
And then we come across our first basically Sabres colorway, because they're going to be non-existent this year.
No, they'll be the first team.
But Chimuko with the ghosts, it's called the Haunts. He called them the Haunts. This is fire.
I would say that's you know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of Rask in the playoffs.
Ooh, non-existent.
Yeah, I'm so glad he's gone. He just wasn't a leader in the locker room like Tim Thomas when I was a kid.
Yeah, I remember us talking about Tim Thomas. I got your Blackhawks colorway here with again back-to-back Chimukos.
Nice.
This
That's
is
like Blackhawk, by the way, more than Blackhawk.
no, it reminds me more OG6. Like this is if you see him during the old games, they were trying to give him like fedoras and make him wear that look. That is
I liked what the Bruins did last year at Lake Placid. They were all wearing 90s stuff.
yeah.
They were in like
And,
the 90s.
Yeah, pretty quick. This is Thrills SF. This is the Captains.
I think that's the Kraken inspired one.
Maybe. Yeah, it's like the Captains. And then I also have the Terriers.
That one's cool. That's one on my list I've been looking at. The cocksucker on eBay won't take my offer for it. He's asking for 90. He's asking for like 120 shipped. And I'm like, I keep offering him. It's been sitting there since they dropped.
TJ, if you let me, I'll just start offering them like 40.
I'll have to send you the link because there's only 2 other people watching.
Let's see. This is the 3-2 Blaze Bulls. And now they have a team down there called the San Antonio. I believe they're like the Bulls or the Toros or something. This one, big fan of this one. Another Ink Park, Warbirds.
That was nice.
Big fan of Ink Park in this pack. This is probably, I'm going to say this one is second in this pack. Like overall, really like this one. This is the Goons. The Chiclets. Chiclets are your teeth.
Yeah, spitting chiclets. Oh, now I get the friggin' barstool thing.
He's got the C, and he's only got a few teeth, aka chiclets. Yeah, we're basically you're getting the full lingo rundown right now.
No, I never understood why it said spitting chiclets because they're hockey podcast. Because I didn't play hockey growing up.
Copperheads,
That one's nice.
nice bronze all around here, nice border.
That
That's
sticks out the most.
Dankadelic. Dank has some really good stuff.
Hey, John, you better get your screen cap ready because I'm going to be wearing the Sabres.
Ooh, shit. This is the 3 circle ice wrestlers. I really like this one a lot. This is similar to like Vegas vibes. It's very purpley though.
I feel like that one related to Tampa Bay because they host that WWE WrestleMania event so much. I think, from what I remember, I might be wrong, but
This is the best one of the pack. And I'll show you why. Let me get my light on the front of this a little bit. See that? Oh, wrong way.
oh no, yeah, the stitching, the waves, nice.
The Trident by Hillside Goods. Hillside Goods won Hat Club pack number 2. This is that understitch, very, very cool. Sean McCarthy again. I really like how this patch really pops. Very Halloween-y. It's a navy hat with a red design on it. Very cool right now.
Speaking of hat diversity, I have Mitchell and Ness fitted.
Nice.
This is the Astros one by Thrills. The Toastmaster.
Ooh, that one's nice. They have a minor league, our AHL hockey team, correct, in Houston?
Yeah, they have a couple teams down there. And one of them's with the Kings. This is the Thunderbirds by Foozer. I really like Foozer. I don't know who Foozer is. Maybe I should follow him and check him out a little bit more. I really this is the closest to a Flames hat I've gotten other than that Atlanta. Really nice.
A lot of those Canadian teams are hard to get around here because they didn't get a lot of them into the US, especially if they weren't good.
Yeah.
Leafs, you'll find because
That's
they're
the one, yep.
Like this one, like this Atlanta Flames.
That's the one I was wearing last episode, right, Keith?
yeah.
This one is old school, new era. This one is made in the
Atlanta's had
USA.
hockey teams, correct?
Wool. Still got the sticker on there, the old fashioned
Musa?
the old sticker. Oh yeah, got blue
I
tags on
really
the
did a
inside.
sticker, yeah. I was like, as soon as I saw that sticker with the older NHL thing on it, or not the older, like the old logo on it, I knew it was Musa.
I mean, it fits really tight, but it's
Is it a 5/8?
cool. No, this one is a 7.5, but it's American made, so it's a little bit smaller than what a 7.5 is now, made in China.
Yeah.
But it's at least nice to have this one just to kind of show off, be like, I got an Atlanta Flames hat and it looks so cool.
You ever
And I've
seen
had
it
people
steamed
ask
at
me
all?
how much for it. I'm like, nah.
Have you ever steamed it at all?
No, I haven't. Maybe it's been a while, but I'll have to try again.
Like if you get it real hot, like Spidey has that video on TikTok where he's, I'm making pasta for the girl, but I'm really steaming hats. Shout out to his TikTok. He's got some good ones on there, folks.
Shout out to the TikTok. Yo, the only one, and I can talk about it, but I cannot show it. All right. I got a My Fit is dropped. Came in a little big. I threw that bad boy in the freezer. She came over. She's like, oh, where are the drinks? I threw a couple in the freezer for her. And she goes, oh my God, he's got drinks. He's got hats in the freezer. And I was like, oh my God, this is gold. This is gold. I need this.
He sent me it before he posted it. I'm like, this is funny as hell.
I was so ready to post that.
She was like, nah.
Seriously, I love Hat Club Hockey League. That was one of the best things to come out of Hat Club in so long. I'd love to get that whole set. That's something that I can't talk about enough. Let's talk our ranks of the teams. Go. Let's start with 32nd. I know my pick.
Probably the Sabres.
I'm going with the Sabres at 32nd. It's not looking too good.
The Sabres.
I don't know how I feel about the.
This is my only Mitchell and Ness fitting. It's more rigid. It's kind of like.
I think
You guys have any Mitchell and Ness stuff like fitted?
No.
Oh,
They fit smaller and they're like the sweatbands like a leathery material. They're a lot different, and the brim is like I don't know if it's like the cardboard they use like thicker. Whoever had this hat before me, he smoked Black and Mild or something because that's all I get off this hat.
I have a couple of my Mighty Duck colorways.
Ooh. I do have. There we go.
I bought this after they put that turnstile on the Wild.
I've worn both these a little bit, but like I like to have them on so I know what style.
Oh, we're talking Doc.
I got the this one is the Hat Club crossover with the Krakens with the mint bottom. Camera doesn't show it so well. And this one is the crown-minded one with an icy blue bottom and a red button on the top. And then at first I'm like, this one is better because it has the red incorporation, because in the logo was a Kraken and it's got the red in there, but they didn't use red at all or to a majority. They barely used red even in the baseball in the Hat Club one. And I've gotten this Hat Club one and I have been wearing this so much since. And it's also a nice fit, perfect. It's like very stiff with the polyester, but it's a perfect hat.
One of my favorite material for hats, wool. And one of my favorite fitting hats is a Yankees hat. You don't see me in it a lot, but
You heard it here.
no, one of my best fitting hats is a Yankees hat. It's a Kith Yankees hat, all wool.
I think it's between that one and your Sox camo one.
Yeah,
Jeff, if you're ever feeling like you want to trade that one, I might have a half or two I could spare. Not the one you like. Maybe your crown-minded one. I like that colorway. I've been watching Simply Seattle for so long. I bought the M logo in one of them. I bought it in Sonics. It's the Trident logo. And then I bought it in Seahawks. It's crazy cool looking.
no, so the Ducks, I have this one.
But I do have two different actual patches on these, because one's the 35th and then one is the 50th. So there's slight changes to the purple.
That 35th anniversary patch is, at least for me, the worst patch ever. I hate it so much. It's unsymmetrical. Who the fuck celebrates 35 years of being a team? What are you? Is this supposed to be a marriage kind of thing you're celebrating, or being an organization? you only as an organization, you only celebrate 10, 25, 50, 75, 100, 125, maybe 150, and 200.
So
Speaking of Mariners patches, this is probably my favorite one. I think that's the one you put on. Yeah.
Yeah. This, I mean, like 30th anniversary,
I like
40th.
that.
I mean, I hate the number aspect though. Now, some of the patches are good, but the idea of the number celebration is stupid, and especially 35 and how unsymmetrical that Angels one is. Hate it.
Do you have a Rangers?
Me?
Jeff, you got Rangers?
Oh yeah.
See,
No,
I got the two-tone.
I got this is Moose though.
I
This is
think
the
mine
main
might be
USA. I
two.
wore like a two-tone one and one that fits me because this one also fits tight like that Flames hat.
Do any of you have Ottawa?
That's the one I'm looking for to go with my current fit. Oh, you got Ottawa too. Ottawa.
John Bear's favorite team.
John. JB, Interstate 19. Shout out. I don't have an Ottawa.
Gold.
I definitely want to add a Devils and an Ottawa.
Do you think that the Islanders signing Chara is them
I got these
making up
two.
for trading him to Ottawa?
I asked earlier in Fitted Mafia about pins. I'm still getting a pretty good response. I'm trying to see if I can get anybody to sell me some Halloween style pins. I will be talking with some of them in the Mafia. I know we're going to be having the Lids Ultimate Hat Collection stuff coming up soon. I know the Sabres are finishing last. I mean, my favorites right now are the Tampa Bay and the definitely Boston.
Will surprise you with that young core?
Boston's gonna surprise me. I definitely,
I'm really excited to see Swayman for a full season now.
yeah. The Sabres core is good. It's just gonna be a while. They're
I
young.
wonder if Musa, because he's got that old tag. I never checked.
Yeah.
It is.
Aha. See, you learn something every day.
Estanidos. And it's in French Canadian too.
Estados Unidos.
No, it's in like French too.
The French would be like
Fabrique el Asturianos. Eunice.
Fabrica. Yeah, that would be French. Yeah. Fabrique.
No, it's not. Oh, it's in English. It's like way in the top. No, check this tag out.
Dude, they always put the USA like
it's right up top, jammed
in the
there.
top.
Yeah, it's always HON. Then it's Fabrica de Boza.
I would say the cool thing about this one's in French Canadian.
Yeah. I'll have to check mine out now.
That's in French. That's actually, I didn't know that. That's a cool thing to know about. The Kings, I like this cap just because it's easy E. That script cap, rip. With the Kings thing from the movie.
I mean, Kings are a team. Kings are a team I really don't care a whole lot about, so I didn't really have any pressing like, oh, I need an all. It would have been nice to have had an all black one, but just to get a 5950 like this with the shield on the back and a gray bottom, like fine.
I have the Gretzky era logo on mine. I've worn this a whole bunch. This is one of my favorites.
That two-tone's clean. That's anything with that like silver and black I like. Just like that's why I like Raiders stuff so much.
So let's break down the divisions real fast. Let me pull up some standings and then we can all kind of take a stab at what we think is going to happen. Because I know we're all greatly distracted by some playoff games or something as we speak.
I got these two Canucks. The reason I bought these is because these were the team the Bruins beat in 2011. This was the team the Bruins beat in 2011. So I had to get both of them. My
favorite to win the Atlantic is going to be Tampa, but I see Boston being strong in the division overall.
We'll be right behind them, just a step behind. Yeah, but always.
Like Corey Perry said, if you can't beat them, might as well join them.
I got these two Lightning caps. I have the one in the Eastern Conference patch, gray bottom.
In the Metro?
In the back. So this is the original one. And then the one from Sneaker Room. The weird Sprite color.
Yeah. In the Metropolitan Division, I see Pittsburgh and Philly because they traded for Ryan Ellis from Nashville. But they did trade one of their top prospects, and Nolan Patrick, away, which
I don't see the Flyers being decent. Their goaltender's not that great. He got exposed last year.
Maybe Carter Hart comes into his own, but I think it's the Pittsburgh division to
The
lose.
Flyers, you better fucking hope so.
It's definitely Pittsburgh's division to lose. I mean, the
This one-
Rangers,
Caps.
you can just show your hats. I'm just giving it a synopsis, if you will.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite Caps. Capitals is a pain in the ass to find.
One team I don't have.
I still don't see the exchange
Email,
on the
yeah.
Tavares trade.
Email Just Fitteds they're in Berlin. If you're willing to pay the shipping, they have some NHL stuff still.
Maybe we'll have to check that out after we're done here. And Carolina, I see as a sleeper in the Metro. Not a lot of people really give them the time of day, so they still have Rod Brind'Amour. He didn't go to Seattle. You have that fucking hat I want. I'm gonna stab you.
Now that I know you want this, you know how you showed that Raiders every episode?
Yeah, I gotta
This
show the
one's gonna be in
Raiders
the
hat.
background every episode.
Yep. Ding, ding, ding. It's time to show that 1982 Raiders hat.
The hat got canceled on me.
That hat got canceled on me. Yep.
What was it? So this one was cool. It's from James Palace. It's got the shark brim under.
I emailed them about that. Let's see.
Keep going.
In the Western Conference, I've still got Dallas, Colorado, and Chicago and Minnesota if Kaprizov comes back. That would be my top four out of that division.
Yeah, he's coming back. He's back in the United States. He's not in Moscow still.
I think Kaprizov is one of those most electric guys to watch. You know, I think I tipped you off to watching him, and
I think it was my buddy because he's a Wild fan.
we watch a lot of Blackhawks here too because they have those like Sunday afternoon games. So, I mean, anytime I can watch hockey, that's why I think we all leached on to Vegas being another team in the Western conference and area that you come home from work and you're like, oh, who's on the TV? And then I see Vegas is on and I'm like, all right, so I got a choice of two teams, Arizona or Vegas. And I'm like, I'm going Vegas all day, baby. Come on.
Do you think Arizona should relocate?
I think they should, honestly, because they're doing all this anniversary shit now for the Kochna. So if you're a fan of the Kochna, it's come back this year. You better get it now because it's going away.
This is my last hockey-inspired hat. This is the one from Mike Perry, the Fighting Koi.
Yeah, Tej, if you have any hockey-related questions, since we're on camera right now, hit me or Jeff,
Yeah, I know. I'm a new fan.
Let me break down my so these are not predictions. I'm here from the future. I'm just here to tell you what happens. I'm not predicting it. I'm just here to tell you what happens. So I don't get all pissy when it does happen and then I'm right. Okay.
Blackhawks win the top 5.
So here's the Metro. It's gonna be the Islanders, Carolina, Flyers, and with one of the wild card spots, the Capitals. In the Atlantic, you got Tampa Bay winning the President's Trophy. Then you got Toronto, the Panthers, and then Boston with a wild card spot. In the West, you have the Avs winning the Central, the Blues, Chicago, and then Minnesota Wild with the wild card spot. And then in the Pacific, until the last week, the Oilers would have gotten the President's Trophy. I mean, it could be between the Lightning and the Oilers. And then you got Vegas second in the Pacific, Vancouver number 3, and then Calgary with a wild card spot. And in the Stanley Cup Finals, it's not going to be because Tampa Bay won the President's Trophy. What does that mean? They don't win the Cup. The last team to win the President's Trophy and the Cup in the same season were the Blackhawks in 2013. Granted, that was a shortened season because of the lockout, but still, they played the season to the fullest that they could and still won the President's Trophy and the Cup. The last team to do it in an 82-game season to win the President's Trophy and the Cup, anyone? Red Wings, 07-08.
Bruins
So-
got.
Yo, he didn't even give me a chance.
I was gonna say, here.
I was
So-
like,
COVID robbed the Bruins of a chance at a cup run.
dude,
So
I was all
The way
aboard.
we were playing before.
Dude,
the
I was
shutdown-
all aboard that Jimmy Howard fucking Hasek backup wagon, man. That was sick.
No, but the way that shook out, we got screwed.
So in the
Still got the
cup
President's
final-
Trophy.
I don't know if you were
We
watching
were
enough of that.
Then
So
we got
in-
the shutdown. All the guys went away. They came back, and then we got our asses handed to us in the second round of the playoffs.
All right. So this is my
So-
analysis of the season before. He's talking about last year. He's saying that if Tuukka Rask didn't go back home and spend time with his family per COVID, they would have won the cup. And
That's cute.
while I semi agree, they didn't play Tampa in that last month of the season anyway, so they would have had to restarted and then played Tampa with momentum, and Tampa had
No.
everything.
I'm telling you that there's no shutdown. We just let's say COVID didn't exist, right? The way the Bruins were playing, if we had kept playing, we probably would have made it in the playoffs. Rask would have been hot. I'm telling you that we got robbed. Cinnamon apple. That sounds bomb.
This is what I was talking about pre-show, and cinnamon apple amber ale, and because I got it there, I have to say it that I got it from Aurora Brew Works.
Is it better than the Busch Light apple?
It's better in my opinion. From it's not as sweet. It's got a little more amber, a little more yinger or yinzer for you. If that's more your flavor, a little more dark beer. Aurora Brew Works, check them out.
Oktoberfest. That's what I'm drinking
You're
now.
actually getting a beer from them, the 12 Gates Blueberry Pomegranate Wheat, which I picked up pretty recently. It's just a nice fall beer. I'm kind of transitioning into all the apple and all that stuff. So with that
Yeah,
being
the fall
said, you know,
stuff.
always nice to crack open a cold one and enjoy the game. Very cool. Glad to have that bottle shop
That was
available to
a
me.
take that that's been burning at me. Pasternak cooled off too, because when he went back home and then he had to come back.
Yeah, but Pasta was on fire when he came back. The difference was it was definitely goals allowed. That the Bruins as a whole, pre-break of the NHL, allowed the least amount of goals. They outscored opponents 4-1. Like there was that. It's very hard to recreate that. But then when you have a Kucherov who can sneak through, you know, and this one's going to be called the Kucherov rule. Trust me, I already know because the PUP list in the NFL this week. If you guys didn't hear, Stephon Gilmore was traded from the Patriots
Panthers.
to the Panthers. However, there is a rule because he was on the PUP list, the physically unable to perform list. He cannot play this week. So they fucked them and got a pick out of it. So technically, even though Gilmore's not under contract through the rest of this season, they actually got something instead of releasing him at 4:00. So, you know, Bill's on the phone really making all those phone calls.
He
And-
said no. So I got an inside story from this because they interviewed Belichick on a radio show. So they said that he had multiple offers on the table from different teams. He asked Stephon Gilmore where he wanted to go. Stephon Gilmore's from Carolinas. He said, "I'll go to the Panthers. Send me there."
I'm not saying it's a bad move. I just want to quote him when he left Buffalo. Now my family can see me on TV more. And then everybody quoted him saying, what, get burned on national TV? So
won
now
Defensive Player of the Year.
Panthers fans can see him get burned on their local networks.
He was Defensive Player of the Year for us.
He was the year after he was here too. But now it's kind of like with the Eichel injury, and I do want to discuss this with all 3 points. I think that it is substantial enough that it's going to matter whether he's playing, and I do see him putting on a Sabres sweater again. And the reason is because he's going to have to prove to somebody that he's worth a fucking shit. at this point because
We'd
not
love to have
playing isn't going to
Boston.
help them.
We'd love a homecoming in Boston.
That's what I've been. If you take my mind out of hockey, I say he goes home to Boston.
I remember the Taylor Hall trade, and I remember being so excited when I saw the highlight break on my phone. It just said Buffalo Sabres trade the Bruins, and I'm like, did it happen? Did it happen? And then I was like, no, we got fucking Taylor Hall, and then Taylor Hall turned out to be pretty good for us so far.
Yeah, Jeff, what do you feel about Eichel? What do you think's going on?
There hasn't been a whole lot of
Chatter.
recent rumors, so I can't really, or any rumblings. I can't really say where. I kind of agree that he's got to go into uniform at least to show that he's worth something, at least to someone, if someone really wants him. 'Cause otherwise, he's just gonna sit there and kind of pout about it. So he's not gonna move then.
I mean, and then we have to pay him for 10 years. I don't know if it's guaranteed in the NHL, but
Probably not.
I'm almost positive if you don't play, you don't get paid.
Yeah,
Unless you're on the injured reserve.
Right.
So I
So he
mean,
could
the way
just go
I
to the
see it,
stadium.
you know, you can make a piece of shit look good if you throw a good suit on it. You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna have to wear the Sabres uniform again to be able to get traded. There's no team looking at him. No team, no Boston, no Blackhawks, no West Coast team is looking at Eichel right now going,
They were close to a deal with the Kings, weren't they? And then
no
it
team
suddenly
though
tapered
is
off.
going to say 3 first-round picks in our future for this one. Yeah, he won the Calder Trophy his rookie year, but by how much over McDavid? Like, he really wasn't much more of an MVP. And that's pretty big. Like, Toronto could make this crazy trade, and even their bottom 6 is probably our top 6 at this point. And when Washington dropped a kid the other day, they're like, you're exchanging bottom 6s. And I'm like, our whole fucking 12 is a bottom 6. Like, you might as well not even dress half of them.
I'd say the worst signings the Bruins ever did was David Backes.
I don't know. He was good in the faceoff dot. That was his role there. He was a penalty killer.
No, but he was never like the greatest. He was the Blues captain. He scored a lot of goals. He was supposed to be that piece on that first line.
You just said what he is there. It was all about the synergy of the 2 guys he was playing with. He was playing with Marshy and another guy who was always playing rough and tough. So if you give somebody a personality, they have to use it.
He was always a little guy too. He got pushed around a lot.
And then he started fighting. He does have penalty minutes. He did step up. That was one of the teams I think that made that trade possible.
I did feel that the trade was worth it because we got Nick Ritchie. And Nick Ritchie toughened us up for quite a bit that year because once Chara left, people were shitting on us because we didn't have our enforcer anymore. Like Chara is pretty intimidating. He's like almost 7. He's 7 something when he skates. He towers over everybody. Without his presence in Boston, people were fucking with Marchand, fucking with Bergeron. They were pushing us around.
Chara's retiring at the end of the season.
Huh?
Chara's retiring at the end of the season. He's going back to the Islanders where he started. So it's kind of writing on the wall. He's retiring at the end of the season.
Should have never left Boston.
So, opinion. Tyler, give me your thoughts on the Boston season. Just talk about your team. Like, put it all into one.
We're going to be a playoff team because we always are, for the most part. The Bruins always make the playoffs. I don't see a cup run. I see us losing in the second round, probably to Tampa.
Pretty bold. I like
That's
it.
usually what happens with us. We'll make the playoffs. We'll beat our first round opponent. Then we go to play the Lightning, and then the Lightning shit house us.
And now, Jeff, we have Fleury, newly on the Blackhawks. How are you feeling about this? Take it away.
It's going to be odd. we're gonna have a winning season because we're getting Taze back. We're gonna have pretty much everyone else back. We didn't lose a lot of major. Well, we also had that trade for Seth Jones, so we did lose. We lost one of like the early kids.
Don't skip Kirby Doc. Okay.
But he was like a younger defenseman, and we traded him away for an older defenseman that's better in ratings. So yeah, it kind of is okay. So we lost Duncan Keith. That was actually a big loss, but that was he wanted to be closer to family in Canada, and he already has a Hall of Fame career, first round ballot already. He has 3 rings, 3 cup victories. He has gold medal for Canada, so he's decorated enough. It'd be nice if we have a proper send off for him, but that was a moral loss for the team.
I know for
we will make the
Chicago,
playoffs.
Chicago has a lot of exciting youngsters. Kirby Doc was one of my favorite draft choices.
You sent me a couple of the rookie cards from that bundle too. There was a couple of Blackhawks in there.
Going to any team right now, I mean, Kane has been playing fire. He's been teaching these young kids like really how to step into their own. I think it's going to be exciting out in Chicago.
DeBrincat, Kubalik.
Yeah, it was DeBrincat and Kane. That is the most fire fucking line out there. And there's nothing more fun than watching Kane. And that's why I got to pull out the Buffalo special here. So the Irish, you got the Irish there. You got the Patty, the Blackhawk. We call this the Patty Kane special over here. So, he's kind of one of ours. We do that with other teams. We adopt our player because he's from here.
Yeah.
And you saw that a lot with Rob Gronkowski. I mean, you would have never seen that much Navy in our stadium if it wasn't for him. I mean, he broke through like that barrier, at least in our area, to allow people to express themselves. Hey, are you a Gronk fan or are you just a Bills fan? So it would be cool if the Bucks come here. I would like to see if people are wearing red and black, but I know they travel well. It's still going to be loud. It's still going to be loud no matter what team is here because we've already had 3 stoppages where the other team couldn't even hear their huddle.
I'm just going to say, I think Gronk retires at the end of the season. If Brady goes, Gronk's gone.
Yeah, he's got
Brady's going to go a few more years, but I can see Gronk going.
He's hurt right now. He didn't even play in Foxborough.
Ribs. He broke a rib or something.
I will say towards the kind of wrapping up here with the hockey talk, Kraken will finish over 500 barely, but they will not make the playoffs. And again, I'm from the future, so I'm not giving a prediction. I'm just telling you what happens. It's going to be Carolina and Avs in the Cup Finals, and it's going to be Avs in 6. So that's what it's going to be. And my crazy prediction, just for the heck of it, just for shits and grins, will be the Wild and the Senators. That's my crazy prediction.
I'll give you one then.
I'd like to see a rematch of the Boston Bruins and the Blackhawks. That'd be my crazy prediction there. Do you think the Kraken made a mistake by not taking Carey Price?
Well,
here's my prediction.
They thought that he was going to be injured, so it was a huge kerfuffle. But now looking back, it looks bad.
This is my Cup final. Oh,
Dude, shout out to Neil, Gilly Fitteds, the biggest Red Wings fan I know.
I was about to say, I grabbed the Wings and I remembered they were Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
Actually, I will put the Wild in there.
That would be a fun one.
It's crazy.
The upstart,
Final.
the guys, the old guys.
We are the new gang. Yeah, so let's say we wrap this up here then. So as usual, we do something. Jeff, you know about this,
It's been a
right?
while, but yeah.
Yeah, so we have something in the works. Andrew has drawn something up for us, so I hope we have it within the next couple of weeks here, maybe on a hat or a shirt. So yeah, we were doing it. It's peace and love, and then caps. Very good.